and simps enable this behavior. All right, so I got a couple of precepts here. Get to the point. This is the book of 1 Timothy 5, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 2 to get the point. It says the elder women as mothers, the younger sisters as with all purity. You look at pure, the word pure goes into basically just what it means, pure, untouched, freshness, just in his rawest form, holy, pure. And these women are not pure, okay? They're tainted. They're totally defiled. And it says, honor widows that are widows indeed. But if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to show piety at home and to requite their parents. For that is good and acceptable before the Most High. And these children, they don't have that type of understanding. They don't have that type of mindset or dynamic among the household. But instead, they've been taught to focus on self. And it says, now she that is a widow indeed and desolate, trusted in Yahweh, and continuing in supplication and prayers night and day. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And that's the point I wanted to make, because it's all about pleasure. Like I went to the community center yesterday because it's in tandem with the job I do. And I went there to get a little quick workout and to show you how niggas are, because I walked in there and you had this young looking, I guess she may have been, I don't know, she was a young woman, may have been a summer intern or something like that. She couldn't be no more than 18, 19. Young thing. Cute, But young thing, got the eyelashes on, he got the makeup on, and, she got the long nails. And she's a typical Babylonian looking harlot, right? Something you freak off with and you push to the side, right? Because, that's just what they like. That's just what they don't respect, nothing other than that. So I go in there, she's looking, she looked at me and she smiled. And she was actually pretty nice, pretty cool. So I say, hey, how you doing? But the problem was she had two simps that worked there. One was on the side of her. So you know how that go when you around women that look somewhat fair. You got men in there that try to have they don't want you talking to these women, whatever. And it wasn't even the point. I was going there to work out. I've never seen this person before, because usually when I go in here, I always see the same person behind the counter. So I assumed she was new. But one guy, I've seen him before, and then she was sitting in the middle and she said, hey, how you doing? I said, hey, how you doing? And I checked in, and that was that. So as I was walking to go work out, she was kind of looking, right? And back in my mind, I'm like, damn, she ain't bad. But I'm like, no go, because you got all these niggas around. And then find out she has an identical twin sister that worked there. You know what I'm saying? And two total different spirits. Both, totally look the same. Both got eyelashes on, but one was a little bit more modest. The one that spoke to me, she seems to be a little bit more modest. The other one, she seemed to be a little bit kind of abrupt a little bit. She was kind of chasing the kids around, and, she just seemed a little different, a little younger. And that's the often case with twins. You got the good twin and the bad twin. And back in my mind, I'm like, you got like a lot of young jigs that's in there playing ball, niggas in there with their shirts off and dreads. And, I go up to the counter to try to sign up for this other class. And she was dealing with an old guy, an older dude. He was asking about his account. So I'm standing in line because I'm getting ready to say, okay, I want to sign up for this particular class. And sometimes we do outreaches and shit too at these centers. So I was gonna get some information on that. So the minute I'm getting ready to go up, then all of a sudden a nigga come out the back of the office. Yeah, let me help you. And back in my mind, I'm like, only reason why you came out is because you thought I was on something, or you came out because for the simple fact you wanted to be on some cock blocking shit, not knowing what it was really about. I'm like, just inquiring about business. But that should show you how niggas are, and they elevate these women to that level. And I guess he picked up on the energy that she was giving when I walked in. So when I came back in earlier or later to clock out, there was like a shift in energy. It seemed a little different now, because that's just how Jake is. So that's to say this, that these dudes, man, they pump these women's heads up, man, and they totally elevate them. So this is why we tell you brothers, man, to choose wisely. Don't put yourself in any type of situation and try to. Scriptures say, why trim thy ways to seek love? So, just words of wisdom. Just be careful dealing with these people. But anyway, it says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And that was the point. Okay, it's always play, play, play with these women. They have no chill. You know, it's always club this, club that. What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? But yet the bitch can't even park her car straight. You know, same thing yesterday. I was going to the main hub, so I'm getting ready to park in the parking lot, and there's this chick, Edomite chick, and you know how them young Edomite hoes be. They want to be Lasso and what's this other chick name? The Spice, Ice Spice, and what's the other bitch's name? Taylor Swift. They so infatuated with these demons to the point they emulate their lives around them. So I'm in there talking to the security guard, one of the guys at the desk, you know, a whole conversation with him. And she came out. I said, excuse me. I'm like, is that your white SUV? And first she gave me a little attitude. So I kind of mocked her. Then I'm like, shit, you need to learn how to park. You know, and then she kind of started blushing and shit. In the back of my mind, I'm serious. I'm like, you need to learn how to park. And then I peeped her spirit. She was just proud as hell. But I'm like, you can't even park a fucking truck right. I'm like, you almost would have hit something. If you would have hit somebody's car, you would have been blaming them and try to sue them. You know, and this is the reason why 95% of these accidents take place in the morning going to work, because you got little demons like that. They text and drive. They're not paying attention. They're not aware. Okay, they're not self-aware. And they lack total situational awareness. They don't see what's going on around them because they're so fucking busy checking what comments and likes and what nigga they can talk shit and get money out of, man. That's why this place got to burn. It's the elites ain't wrong about wanting to put you people in slavery once you think about it. Because you don't amount to anything. Only thing you do is get on fucking social media all day and scroll and put in ass pictures. And you got women like this, which I assume she may be in her mid-20s, maybe early 30s. Women like this supposed to teach younger women, and these hoes don't make it no better. You know, but it's a sense of pride and entitlement. All right, so this is the book of Proverbs 31. And let's start at verses 20. This is going into the virtuous woman. Let's start at verses 21. It says, she is not afraid of the snow for her household. For all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, and when he sitteth among the elders of the land. Yeah, because she reverence him. Unlike this woman, she ain't gonna reverence her husband, but instead, what can you do for me? Well, she'll go and commit adultery on the dude and give him a shame name. She'll shame him. And this is what our women do. They like to shame us, man. Okay, this is why you have to choose wisely. And it reads, it says, she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strengthen and honor her clothing, and she should rejoice in the time to come. She had opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. And this was not wise words at all. She said that her beauty is her meal ticket. Beauty pays bills, right? But hey, what happens when you get ugly? Or what happens when you lose the beauty? What happens in the time of martial law when you can't go get that perm or that just for me or that blowout kit that you nigga wenches like to wear so much because you're ashamed of your real hair? What happens when you can't go to Sue Young and Lee to get your nails and your toes done? You can't go to Rainbow Fashion and get your little $10 club dress. Then what you gonna do? What happens when you can't get tampons or you don't have the toilet paper to wipe up your period blood or your menstrual blood? Then all that looking shit is gonna go to waste. Most of you niggas don't even know how to make toothpaste, man. You know? So you're just gonna be out here assed out. And this is why, hey, Jake gonna take the chip for the small. Bitches gonna take the chip just to get makeup, man. They gonna take the chip just to get perms and weaves and lace fronts and eyelashes because they can't deal a minute without being themselves, man. Or they can't deal a second without looking artificial because social media in this world has pumped them up so hard to the point this is like a drug into these people. Okay, this is the ultimate form of witchcraft, and I see why the scriptures refer to this to this place as the mistress of witchcrafts, because it's witchcraft, man. Like literally, social media likes, whoredom is all a fix for these people. It's like drugs to it. It's like drugs to a fucking drug addict, man. It's sad. It's crazy. But it reads, it says, she opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of our household, and this woman is not looking well to our household. She don't care. She wants to disrupt another household. And eat it not the bread of idleness. Yeah, idleness. And these women are idle as hell. Only thing they do is sit back and scroll all day. Every woman I've seen this week, their head was in their phone. I was like, if I was like on some Ted Bundy type shit, if I was one of them type of dudes, I'm like, man, it wouldn't be no woman left because they're just they have no situational awareness, man. I mean, they don't look their surroundings. They cross the streets, heads in the phones, man. They driving, head is in the phone, scrolling on Instagram, instigate. Who like me this? And every like, it feeds. It's like inflating a balloon. Every like they get, it goes to their ego. To the point, a good looking guy is an average guy to him. Like I was watching this podcast of this guy that do reports on Pop the Balloon, which that's nothing but folly. And it was this one bitch from Kenya. She may have been like 5'6", probably 5'9", 5'10", which she probably had like on Ford Fields. And the average dude on there was like 6'2", 6'3". She said them niggas was too short. But wait a minute, man, like 6'3", the average man only stands around, the average man is between 5'10" and maybe 6 feet if he's lucky. If you lucky if you got 6 feet. Like, brother, look, if I could have been 6 feet, shit, man, you brothers that's tall, y'all got it all. And I'm built like a tall guy. That's the problem. I'm built like I should be 6 feet. Shit, my pops was tall, man. So I was like, I knew Jake was gonna be about 6'2", but you know, that wasn't my lot on this side. So you tall brothers, man, y'all got it. But this bitch, man, she was like, oh nah, the average guy I date is 6'5". And yet this bitch look like a crumbled up Captain Crunch box, man. I'm like, wow, you gotta be out your fucking mind. And then the problem is because these men allow that shit. It's these weak beta male niggas. You are the problem, man. Because mama's boys, they grew up with their mothers, and the mother mold them niggas into they mold them niggas into dating the woman that they are. You notice how Keisha, she raises her sons up to be weak and effeminate. And she basically sets her sons up for failure. She basically wants her son to be a pushover. Never hit a woman, never call a woman a bitch. Never disrespect a woman. Open a door. She sets her son up for failure. That's not being a fucking man. Ever since I learned, bro, that men come first, I don't open the door for no fuck. I mean, I be courteous. And sometimes I'll hold the door. You know what I'm saying? If I go out, motherfuckers walk, I'll open the door from time to time. But I ain't, bro. Last time I opened my car door for a fucking woman, it's been well over 10 years. I don't do that shit. I'll unlock the door for you and you open it up. Don't ask. I'm not opening up no fucking car doors for you. I'm not doing that. You be lucky if we go out to dinner and I let you go in first. Or if I let you go in first, it's you opening up the door. I'll let you walk in first, but I'm not holding that shit for you. You hold the door for me, goddammit. You know, because that's really how it is. Because think about it. Let's just say if it was danger, right? And it was an impending situation, or if it was an intruder, and you let the woman walk in there, she gonna get grabbed up. That's why you the man, you the protector. You walk in first. You peep the scene. You have to peep the environment. But see, they look at it as a form of you being male chauvinistic or you're arrogant. But yet these bitches push arrogant and pride all the fucking time, man. It's like a double standard with these hoes, bro, and it's sickening. It's sickening. But anyway, it says, she looketh well to the ways of her household and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children are raised up and are called her blessed. Her husband also, and he praiseth her. Yeah. And this woman ain't worthy to being praised. And I'm just using her for an example. There's several of them. None of these women are deserving of being praised, especially if they're not serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It says, favor is deceitful. Matter of fact, it says, many daughters have done virtually, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that feared the Lord, she shall be praised. Okay? And that's the point. Beauty is vain. Beauty comes and goes, man. Okay? You're beautiful one moment, then all of a sudden, you ugly the next moment. Because women, hey, you got to understand, you don't age very well. You lose value as you get older. This is why a lot of women are in a hurry to find a child. I mean, to get married and have children at a young age, because they don't age gracefully. Us as men, when we get older, our value goes up because the average man doesn't get established until his mid-40s. to be technically honest. You know, all that contrary to popular opinion, oh, I'll be rich in my 20s. Not in this kingdom, you won't. The average man don't even own his own house until he's about 50 something years old. So you brothers out there that's in your 30s and you still kind of, you know, figuring it out. Hey, don't beat yourself up, man. You know, we all figuring this shit out. Damn flies, man. We all trying to figure this shit out. And plus, we be out of here in no time. So don't even worry about it. But outside all that, man, it says, favor is deceitful, beauty is vain, but a woman that feared the Lord, she should be praised. Okay. Matter of fact, one more precept and I end it. Jewel. Swine. Proverbs 11:22. Matter of fact, let's start at verses 20. It says they that are of a forward heart are an abomination to Yahweh, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. And she's very forward in wickedness. Okay, your money, your looks, that ain't gonna get a man. That ain't men. Real men don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take a chick that works at Chick-fil-A, that's quiet, humble, and submissive, decent looking, before I take some corporate thought that make all this money that's in league with these Edomites and she's looking down on you, man, a feminist. Hell nah, men don't want that shit. All right. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous should be delivered. And they join hand with Esau. Okay, that's the Edomite philosophy there. And this is why this system is all jacked up. He's played a smuck on these women. It says, as jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman that is without discretion. All right. And I mean, she's not overly bad looking, but she's not cute. I can tell you, if she takes this makeup off, shit, it ain't nothing to brag about, brothers. I'm pretty sure she's poppable, but hell nah, she's in no condition to be talking the way that she's talking, because she's clearly not even good looking, in my opinion. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna end it giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Shai. Lord's will you will edify, and until the next lesson. Shalom.